Welcome back to the show. During this pandemic, many people working at home, many people have talked about feeling signs of depression. But get this, in a recent study, over 18,000 college students were studied, and 41% of them say that they have symptoms of depression. That's why we're so lucky here on The Blend that we have a friend in Dr. Nate Upshaw, who can talk about a treatment that he has, that he's seen results, and of course, helped plenty of patients. Dr. Upshaw, how are you today?
Hey, I'm well. Good morning.
You know, I'm glad we're talking about college students because I think that's kind of an age group sometimes that you don't necessarily think of. And they're in that time between school and getting out in the real world. What have you been able to see in your office?
Yeah, so we're talking about this because we're seeing this a lot, unfortunately. So to start with, the normal rate of depression or anxiety at any given time in the population is about 10-15%. We're seeing it as high as 30% due to the coronavirus and COVID-19. But with younger people, we're seeing it even higher, to that 40% range. And the people who I'm talking to who are going through this, the young people, it's a combination of things, but really it's all about the uncertainty. Going back to college or headed off to college for the first time, they just don't know what to expect. Or the ones who just graduated and are supposed to be entering the job market, and there's just so much uncertainty right now. It's really tough.
So much pressure that you're feeling. And well, let's talk about the treatment that you're able to offer, TMS. What does it mean and who's a good candidate?
Yeah, so TMS treatment has actually been around since 2008. It's been FDA cleared since 2008. It's covered by every major medical insurance, but some people still haven't heard about it. It actually works by producing magnetic pulses, kind of like an MRI machine, targets a specific area of the brain that's out of sync with depression and anxiety. So it treats depression and anxiety without medications and without side effects. So especially for young people, it's a very effective treatment. Their brain just seems to be very responsive to this treatment. The young people I've treated done very well, usually able to get off medications. And it's really important for especially kids heading off to college again to be going back to attack things with stable mental health.
Oh, that's a very good point, too, because we are at that time of year when decisions are being made if they have to go back. So, and you talked about the no medicine concept. I would feel like people in that age group, especially, they don't want to take medicine. They don't want to have to rely on a pill every day. And that's one thing that you're able to see with the treatment, but still get the results, correct?
Yeah, so I treat younger people who are both on medication when they come to treatment and are able to usually get off. Or young people who don't want to take medication and they come to us for treatment instead. And so where this really fits in mental health in general is instead of taking a medication, or if medications haven't worked or produced side effects, this is a treatment that tends to work a little better without the side effects. So again, if you've heard of this or you've had a loved one go through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But those of you who've never heard of TMS before, that's what we're here for at NueroSpa, to try to get the word out that this treatment is available, it's covered by insurance, and it works really well, especially for younger people.
Dr. Upshaw, since people may be going back to college and say that's, a distant situation for a young person, they're thinking about getting this treatment, but they're like, I'm going to be leaving, so I'm not going to be able to do those regular appointments. What does a treatment plan look like, an average treatment plan that you might prescribe?
Yeah, so usually it takes, between 2 to 6 weeks to get the full benefit of the treatment. But we have a lot of young people who are from, this area who will come and start treatment with us. And there's actually TMS treatment centers everywhere. This is a mainstream treatment now, and we can usually transfer their case up to wherever they're going. And the same is true. We've had people who come back from college who started somewhere else, and they can transfer their case to us.
I like hearing that you're working together to make sure that that patient is getting what they need when it comes to treatments. And since you did mention that it's mainstream, that of course leads me to insurance. Is it mainstream enough that yes, it is covered by insurance plans?
It's covered by every major medical insurance, including Medicare, United, all the major carriers cover this.
Okay, Dr. Upshaw. Well, again, we always appreciate you. We're on here. I think this is an interesting demographic to talk about today, as everyone's kind of has back to school in the mind. So thank you for being with us as always. And of course, you can get in touch with Dr. Upshaw and his team. There was the website phone number as always, and stay in touch. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you again.